Hey there, future millionaires. Today we're diving into a topic that can either make or break your financial journey: credit cards. Whether you're a seasoned user or just starting out, understanding how to navigate the credit card maze is crucial. Let's talk about credit cards. They're everywhere, used for everything from buying groceries to booking vacations. But do we really understand how they work? They can feel like a maze, right? All those terms like APR, minimum payments, and credit limits can be overwhelming. 1 minute you're swiping for a coffee, enjoying the convenience, and the next you're staring at a scary balance, wondering how it got so high. Sound familiar? Don't worry, I'm here to guide you through it. Together, we'll demystify credit cards and turn them from a source of stress into a powerful financial tool. Credit cards aren't inherently bad. They're tools. Tools that, when used wisely, can help you build credit, earn rewards, and even save money. Think of them like a chainsaw. A chainsaw can be incredibly useful for cutting down trees or tackling big projects. But just like a chainsaw, credit cards require skill and caution. Misuse them, and you could end up in a financial mess. A slip-up with a chainsaw can cause harm, and the same goes for credit cards. Overspending or missing payments can lead to debt and damage credit. But here's the good news. When used correctly, credit cards can be your best ally. They can help you build a strong credit score, which opens doors to better financial opportunities. We're going to break down confusing terms like APR, interest rates, and credit utilization. These aren't just buzzwords, they're the keys to mastering your credit card. We'll also explore strategies to maximize rewards, avoid unnecessary fees, and use credit cards to your advantage. And most importantly, we'll discover how to conquer credit card debt and come out on top. Imagine the freedom of being in control of your finances. Ready to become a credit card ninja? Let's go. Together, we'll turn the credit card maze into a path to financial success. First up, let's tackle APR, or annual percentage rate. It's a term you've probably seen on credit card statements or loan offers, but what does it really mean? And why does it matter so much? This scary-sounding acronym is just a fancy way of saying the cost of borrowing money. Essentially, it's the price you pay to use someone else's cash. Imagine APR as a monster that adds charges to your balance. The higher the APR, the bigger and scarier the monster becomes. It's like a sneaky fee that grows over time if you're not careful. Here's an example. Let's say your credit card has a 20% APR. That means for every dollar you borrow, you'll owe an additional 20 cents over the course of a year. If you have a $1,000 balance and don't pay it off within the grace period, you'll be charged around $200 extra over a year. That's $200 you could have spent on something else, like groceries, savings, or even a fun night out. That's the APR monster taking a bite out of your wallet. But don't panic. There are ways to tame this beast. By understanding APR, we can avoid getting eaten alive. Start by reading the fine print on your credit card agreements. Know your interest rates and how they're calculated. Remember, the lower the APR, the better. A lower APR means less money spent on interest and more money staying in your pocket. Always compare rates before choosing a credit card. Shop around, ask questions, and don't settle for the first offer you see. Knowledge is your best weapon against the APR monster. Now, let's talk about minimum payments. They might seem like a lifesaver when you're juggling multiple expenses, but there's more to this story. Minimum payments are the smallest amounts you need to pay each month to avoid late fees and keep your account in good standing. It sounds convenient, right? But here's the catch. This convenience comes at a cost. A big one. Sounds good, right? Not so fast. Here's the trap. Making only minimum payments means you'll be stuck in debt for years, maybe even decades. Why? Because the remaining balance continues to accrue interest, and that interest adds up fast. Remember the APR monster? It loves when you pay only the minimum. The higher your interest rate, the more money you're throwing away over time. You'll end up paying way more in interest charges than the original amount you borrowed. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It just keeps growing. Think of it like this. You order a pizza for $20. You could pay the full amount now, or you could stretch it out. Imagine paying $2 a month for the next 20 years. By the time you're done, that pizza could cost you hundreds of dollars. Which sounds better? The solution? Always aim to pay more than the minimum, even if it's just a little extra. Every dollar counts and helps you escape the debt trap faster. By paying more now, you're saving yourself from years of financial stress and giving yourself the freedom to focus on what truly matters. Interest is like that sneaky friend who eats all your snacks. It's the price you pay for borrowing money, and it can add up quickly. Imagine you owe $1,000 on a card with a 15% interest rate. If you only make minimum payments, you could end up paying close to double the original amount over time. Don't let interest win. The key is to pay down your balance as quickly as possible. The faster you pay, the less interest you'll owe. Credit cards can be, well, pretty tempting, but don't fall into the trap of spending money you don't actually have. Before swiping, take a moment and ask yourself, do I really need this? If the answer is no, just put it back. Seriously, treat your credit card like a debit card. Only spend what you can comfortably afford to pay off in full every single month. This way, you'll avoid those pesky interest charges and hey, you'll build good credit at the same time. Section 6. The Debt-Slaying Sword. Budgeting. Ready to slay your credit card debt? You need a powerful weapon, a budget. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. A budget is simply a plan for your money. Start by tracking your spending for a month. Seriously, where does your money go? Once you have a clear picture, you can identify areas to cut back and free up cash to throw at your debt. Section 7. Outsmarting debt. Prioritize and conquer. Now that you have a budget, let's prioritize. List out all your debts, including credit cards, loans, anything you owe. Focus on the debt with the highest interest rate first. Imagine you're fighting multiple monsters. The one with the highest attack power, interest rate, needs to go down first. Pay as much as you can on that debt while making minimum payments on the others. Once the first debt is defeated, move on to the next highest interest rate. This strategy, called the debt snowball method, keeps you motivated and saves you money on interest charges. Section 8. Sarah's Journey to Debt Freedom. Meet Sarah. She was once drowning in $10,000 of credit card debt. She felt overwhelmed and hopeless. But then, Sarah discovered the power of budgeting and the debt snowball method. She started tracking her spending, cut back on unnecessary expenses, and picked up a side hustle. Sarah was determined to become debt-free. It wasn't easy, but Sarah stayed focused. Month after month, she chipped away at her debt. Finally, after 2 years of hard work and dedication, Sarah was debt-free. Section 9. You've got the power. Remember, conquering credit card debt is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, dedication, and a solid plan. But trust me, it's possible. By understanding how credit cards work, budgeting wisely, and using strategies like the debt snowball method, you can take control of your finances and achieve your financial goals. You've got the power to break free from debt and build a brighter financial future. Now go out there and make it happen. P.S. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more awesome financial tips.